Hey. Oh, we're muted. That's on me. That's on me and my God.
Yes, very nice.
Off to a great start.
Great content here at Love Wrestling, baby.
Lots of journalistic integrity here.
Yeah.
Professionalism. Go-gettedness.
And jazz hands.
Price.
We are great. Welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. I am, of course, Lars. We're killing it off the start. It is Sunday afternoon.
We're killing something.
Yeah. I am, of course, joined
Killing
by
views.
just to my left, Zach. Zach, how are you doing?
I'm good. Actually, that's not true. Well, I'm good, but I'm also grumpy. Daylight savings time, the stupidest thing that we do as the human race. And you know, I'm 1 hour less sleep, and I'm not in a good mood. But that's okay.
That's because your kids probably got up at the exact same time they usually get up.
Yeah, there's that. But yeah. I'm playing it up. I'm happy to be on the Brunch Gimmick. It's been a little while since I've stopped by, and looking forward to watching some wrestling with friends.
Yep, we got a big crowd today. Of course, we've got the happy married couple below me in Blair and Pluggo. How are you both doing?
Hello.
I'm good. Thanks for lumping us both together like we're a unit.
We're not a unit? What the? Wow. This is news to me. I proposed to my wife one time. And you break my heart like this, please?
All it took was one time.
Speaking of which, she's here. Hi, Mrs. Pluggo. You've now been promoted. You're now one of my elite employees. You're fired.
I'm just here for the mess. I started this drama. I've turned this show into a Jerry Springer talk show. And now coming out, JPJ. JPJ, how you feel about this relationship?
And he just hits me with a chair. You two-time and Aussie, and then him and Blair hook up and start this just grand empire and leave me in the dust. But at least I'll have Mrs. Pluggo, so that's fine.
And of course, the person's quickly second-guessing all her decisions. Joining us for the first time as a contributor, Erica, also known as El Santo from WWS. Erica, how are you doing? I'm sorry for all of this.
I'm very amused. I'm very amused. I'm great. I'm fabulous. I'm happy to be here. I'm enjoying all of this, and I ship Blair and Pluggo. I think that we have a really good storyline going here.
Philly is saying, welcome, Clean Erica. Yeah, this is going to get interesting. Blair, you're just going to have to get over it, okay? Listen. As Boris said yesterday on For Exposure, Mrs. Pluggo is a smoke show. How could I not?
Boris was trying to get feet pics, so
We're not allowed to talk about that today. he wasn't here for the pre-show meeting.
I know.
oh,
Zach's like,
no.
literally, we cannot talk about feet pics on here. The one thing I ask.
I said it
one
was
thing.
true.
sorry.
That's okay.
I will say this, though. We do have, if you super chat us a question about certain picks, we'll have to read that question or statement on the air per Smartmouth's request. So just have fun with that, if you will, chat. Anyway.
On top of that little incentive, if we hit 20 likes, I wanted to do a match reveal, but we're spacing it out. We still got plenty of time before LPW 2020, 24 hours to go. So no match reveal, but don't want to leave anyone hanging. First thing I could really think of is I got some Sexy Eddie's hot sauce in my fridge. So if we hit 20 likes, why not? I'll put a tablespoon in my coffee or something.
We're at 11 already, so 9. We don't even need 20. We need 9. And then Zach, while he eats the hot sauce, we'll talk about feet, and it'll just be a hot mess for Zach.
This at one point was a wrestling show. In theory.
But no,
my favorite thing about this entire relationship that Zach and I have is he brought me in. This is his fault. He's the one that's like, this guy, he's pretty good. Let's get him in here.
No regrets.
No regrets. Not even a single letter.
Nah, man. But no, we should talk about wrestling. This being the hashtag wrestling, hashtag morning, hashtag talk show. But again, last week, IWS 25, celebrating 25 years of violence at uneffing sanctioned, main evented with the ultimate death match between Team IWS, Team GCW. Erica, what a show! How are things like behind the scenes during the Absolute Madness?
Chaotic, but very organized at the same time. You know, like that's the thing. When you get to 25 years, you kind of you know how it's going to go, but you also don't know how it's going to go, especially like in that last match. You really don't know what could happen, right? With some of the spots that the guys were doing and the girls. But it went as well as it possibly could. You know, when Manny kind of disappeared for a minute, we all thought he was literally dead. And then he fucking reappeared on stage like Frankenstein's monster. Like it was bonkers bananas, but that just shows you how ready they were for that. Like he went backstage, a nurse stitched him up in 3 minutes and he went back out because we were ready for it. You know, she was standing there ready for that moment to happen.
How many stitches did he have?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. Enough to get him back out.
He also, as per Twitter later on, wanted to order food from the emergency room. So he spent the night there as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
After finishing the match. But
Manny's so cursed. Every time we plan something big, we're like, hey, great, we're going to have an after party. We're going to celebrate this great show. It's going to be awesome. And he never makes it because he's always the one in the hospital after. It's not because he's like dying or anything. It's really just like to make sure he's okay, which so far, thank God he has been. So yeah, hats off to that team. They're lunatics.
Hey, real quick, we're at 16 likes, Zach. I think you should have set that goal a little higher. We need 4 more.
Oh boy, 4 more and some hot sauce in my coffee. Oh boy. I also just want to show off. It's a great bottle too. Sexy Eddie did a great job with the jerk sauce.
Yeah. And if I can just do my journalistic integrity, you 3 up there were in the building. I watched it on TV on my television screen. It looked very nuts. What was the atmosphere like? What was the vibe like in the arena? Because it felt like it was booming.
Palpable. You can taste it. Yeah. People were excited to be there, and they knew they were going to get what only the IWS can do, which is that extreme, ultimate violence. Also, it was kind of like a celebration of friendship almost. Like all the matches were stacked with people, you know, like I don't think there was one singles match. It was Ben and Carl. Like all the other matches were full of people. They're all fan favorites. Like everyone that was there, the crowd wanted to see them so badly. It was so exciting. You could feel it. Like you could feel 25 years worth of excitement just kind of around you.
Yeah.
In regards to like that palpable feeling you're talking, I could absolutely. It was just an electric atmosphere, particularly during Lufisto versus Katrina Creed. I don't know if I've heard a crowd. I've been in a crowd like that in a good long while, man. Like people were losing their minds. One of the loudest chants of the night was going towards Lufisto, and again, Katrina Creed certainly had her cheering section in the crowd as well. Great match there.
Yeah, I'd say the same. Like, it was nice also sitting next to Mike from Indeed and watching him in real time, just falling in love with the IWS. And there was like at one point during the co-main event between Carl, like there was a point where like the crowd was going back and forth, and like he was just between like both of them, and like Mike turns to me, he's like, "I'm in love right now. Like this crowd is insane. This is like one of the best crowds I've ever been to." Like the chants back and forth between the crowd and the wrestlers, it was amazing. Like it was so much fun.
Wholesome moment of the night was Mike turning to you and asking what the French chants meant.
Yeah, I was just noted French translator all night.
But Pluggo, turning your question back on you, like what was it like watching live on Triller Plus?
Dude, I like it. It looks great. I like the IWS being on Triller now. It's easy to access, and like I enjoy the shows. Like I found the IWS because of you guys. Like I didn't know anything about it before being from the States. Like I think I'm the only one from the States here, so getting a chance to like, and now it's become like appointment viewing. Whenever there's an IWS show, Blair and I talk about it for sure on For Exposure, and then I make sure to watch it. And I loved it. I loved the Lufisto Katrina Creed match, was probably my favorite of the night. Very good stuff. And then I absolutely love Carl Jepsen. I think he's fantastic.
Yeah.
He is like, I watch that guy and it's just amazing. I'm like, he should be able to do that. So that match absolutely ruled. And of course, my friend, my brother in arms. Are we past the 10-minute mark? That massive effing hog carrying Big Ben Ortman's.
Yes.
Love him. Love you, boo. I'm just making fun. I just love everybody. But no, I truly do. I always have a good time watching them. And they're quick, they're fast-paced, and just enjoy the time. Like when I talked to Superstar Shane Hawk on Beards, and he was like, everybody's out there trying to be the main event, but not in like a bad way. It's like everybody's like, oh, look what I just did now. I want to top you. And it just keeps building to the end of the night. So good stuff, guys. I enjoy it.
Blair, were you able to catch the show?
Pardon me, I saw most of it. The women's championship match was great. Huge props to Katrina Creed for retaining. And I was jacked up on the ladder match. I was disappointed that Fresh Air wasn't able to compete. Speedy recovery to McRae Martin. But having the Bay City Choir Boys, the new champs, what a stacked tag division there in IWS. You got Amazingly Sweet gunning for them. You got the Dynasty gunning for them. I love what I'm seeing, and I can't wait for the next show.
Dude, couldn't have put it better. I was so happy for the Bay City Choir Boys. Junior Benito headed into the number one contendership scramble for the Canadian Championship. And I want to shout out Frank Milano back in the IWS. I was so thrilled when he was announced, and even more thrilled when he picked up the win in that scramble match. What a great show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match with him and Matt Viviani coming up at either the next show or the one after.
Your Prime Minister, Matt Viviani, put some respect on his name, Lawrence. My brother in arms, Matt Viviani.
Entrance was like crying of laughter. Yeah. Oh my God, it was so that's what makes wrestling so fucking great. And that's what makes IWS great. The opportunity to have that big production with the flag bearers and like that Canadian heritage moment. Like who else is putting on shit like this? It was such a really great special moment, and it gives prestige to the belts. Like the IWS belts, they're hot. There's a reason people want to fucking kill each other for them.
Yep.
like it's not that big surprise in Quebec, but for Matt Viviani to get an entire crowd to reflexively boo the Canadian national anthem. They know it's him at this point. Just loudest boos of the night the second the national anthem hit. Is like just well played from throughout. Like both him and Animal did a great job in that match too, and like their little voiceover work on the promo package was great.
We're at 17 likes. I'm 3 away from putting some sexy Eddie sauce in my coffee. What the hell was I thinking?
He sells an actual hot sauce.
Thankfully, we're past the 10-minute mark.
Oh, 18 likes. 18 likes.
Shout out to Sexy Eddie for going into an ultimate death match in what literally was just almost a thong. Respect.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do a death match in full clothes. Let alone in nothing.
GCW thinks they're tough, but if you look at that match, the IWS dudes were all shirtless. Some of them didn't have pants. And then you've got GCW covered from head to toe with their jeans.
Except for Epi, put some respect on
Epi's
name.
We'll let it slide for that. We'll let it slide. He's a real one.
Yeah.
But just little details. We see that GCW. Not as tough as you think you are.
Again, it was just an absolutely great show. If you haven't checked it out, it's on Triller Plus. You can watch it right now. And before you do, go over to our YouTube channel and catch Pluggo and Blair's preview on For Exposure.
That was the end of yesterday on For Exposure. For Exposure was happening.
It was.
I'm not sure I want to know what this means.
No. It's not on a Sunday morning. We're going to talk about it. Not a chance. Today's the Lord's Day. We're not talking about it.
For some reason, you guys keep inviting me to these shows. I don't.
We don't invite you. You just show up.
Oh, ouch!
You're on the intro. It's not like
I thought I was a valued member of this company, but I guess not.
You're on the intro, Pluggo. What more can we do for you?
Listen, I appreciate it coming from you, Zach, but the fact that Blair has just broken my heart this many times today.
Stop it. Save it for Saturdays.
I'm like keeping an eye on the like clock, but someone will have to let me know in a minute because my other window has frozen. But what else is going on in wrestling? I hear there's a big tag team match that's been announced for some big show.
Yeah. Also, like,
hey, that fun fact, that's not me today. That's somebody else's laundry. Mine's good.
That's the dishwasher.
Okay, good. I was going to say today. I was wondering, like, usually it's me because I'm right here by my dryer. So if I go like this, but yeah, that wasn't me today.
It is very similar to this one.
Yeah,
the dishwasher.
Hey, I'm being professional today.
It happens. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but
this is the kind of hard hitting stuff Erica loves. That's why she's leaving. She's like, I'm out.
What you were saying?
19 likes. We need one more to ruin Zach's afternoon. Who's with me?
Before that, like, it was wild going from the IWS show deathmatch to seeing Darby Allin and Sting go through glass the next day. Like, seeing a 60-something-year-old man do a deathmatch spot in this final match was like, I was not expecting glass in that match at all.
No.
Sting,
what did
man.
you guys think of the spot? I know it got a lot of hate throughout the internet, but it is what it is. It was for that crowd; they loved it. So, I had no problem with
in
it.
20 years, it'll get the same love that Edge and Jeff Hardy did in the ladder match from TLC. Just wait.
Yeah,
it'll just take some time.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe, yes, it was a little reckless to have glass like landing in the crowd. I mean, it's one thing for like going to a GCW or an IWS show and expecting that, but like I'm sure some people in the front row weren't. So like, you got to know your audience in that regard. But at the same time, I haven't heard of anyone getting hurt. So, like, oh, well, guess we're going to move on with our lives or we're going to pretend to be mad,
Yeah, and it was a fun match. And like, shout out to them just like having to politic Sting not to lose.
Yeah, he had said that he was kind of leaning towards going out on his back, and they were like, "Not today, Stinger."
Yeah. Which is like the reverse from like Jumbo
Everybody.
Ric Flair, who just wants to make Sting's retirement about him. And,
Oh,
like,
right.
Sting, it's your retirement. Can I go over?
Yeah. Come on, brothers. Be great for the business. I'm 70 something. I need to be the biggest heel magnet here.
Do we have
so
to
many-
talk about Ric
No,
Flair
we do
so
not.
early in the day?
Can we just talk about? Hopefully, that's the last we see of
He,
him.
he did eat a super kick, and that's all I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But how did everyone feel about that whole pay-per-view?
I loved it. I thought
that
it
was
was
great.
There was maybe a very few questionable things that I did not like, but I mean, that Takeshita Ospreay match was fucking bonkers. I love that, and I don't know. It's anytime you can watch a show and like have your phone not in your hands and you're glued to the TV and you have no distractions. Like that's the vibe I got from that show. So it was one of the best ones I've seen.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought outside of, if I'm being honest, we lost Zach because he doesn't want to do hot sauce spots. I thought outside of the scramble match, honestly, because I felt like we talked about it on Thursday night a little bit, like how LPW scramble match there's constant motion and there's constant chaos, and you're trying. I felt like they kind of just like there were so many spots where guys were kind of just sitting, and that's fine. But if your cameraman is going to shoot the spots where you just see Wardlow kind of like waiting for his turn, it's like you did him a disservice, and it took me out of the match. But overall, I thought the show was fantastic. Hell, I thought the rebrand of Dynamite on Wednesday, I thought AEW has had a really good week of like, hey, look what we can actually do. Let's get this. We're going to turn over a new leaf and start pushing forward. And I thought it was really well done all week.
The Ospreay Fletcher match was ridiculous.
Yeah, he did it twice in a week. He had 2 matches of the year back to back. That's Phil Ospreay for you.
Love that. But
And now he's going to hang out with Bryan Danielson for a little bit of a run here. Oh, did we hit 20?
We haven't hit 20, but I have it on standby.
We're
One
at
more like
19. Somebody put a burner account together. Let's go.
right.
Let's go.
The Sexy Eddie Sex Express jerks hot sauce.
the Sex Express.
Sexy Eddie's
Yeah.
best.
I have children in my home. This has been sitting closer to the back of the fridge and out away from prying eyes.
That's fair.
Wait. Yeah, Erica, how did you feel? Did you watch the show? Did you watch Revolution or see any of the matches?
On Sunday, I was comatose. That's what happens when you spend nuit blanche with guys like Joey Janela and Jimmy Lloyd. You can imagine what I was up to.
That's right. It was Nuit Blanche that night too, of all things.
I'm assuming Midnight Mass.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. We went and we thanked God for giving us our health. We said, thank you so much. We survived this death match. Everyone's okay. So Sunday night, we were actually at church volunteering and giving food to the less fortunate. So that's why I missed that revolution.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of stand-up individuals. Like huge props to you guys. Like to you three. Just you're doing the Lord's work, and as a whole, I think we can't be more thankful for you.
In no way, shape, or form doing ratchet shit. That's
Lawrence, what is it with you and the drama today? Lawrence here on exposing all the Love Wrestling contributors for things they were actually doing. Lawrence?
No, you know what? I didn't watch Revolution, but it was so funny. Like the next day, people asking me like, what did you think of that Darby Allin spot? And I'm like, I just watched PCB Manny jump off the fucking balcony. Like, I don't know.
Erica's desensitized to all
like it's
hardcore
bad.
spots.
I'm like, this didn't scratch my back in any way. Like, but
you're like that baby spot that Darby did.
I think it's cool.
Baby.
Oh, it's so thick.
Everyone has shit to say about hardcore and death matches. Look, if that's what the wrestler wants to do, like if that's what Darby wanted to do, who are we to like tell him that it wasn't a good spot or not? Like
his art.
Like, you fucking do it. Like you do something different if you didn't like it. Like I think it's cool. Darby Allin's kind of fucking weird and crazy. He's climbing Mount Everest apparently. Is this a joke or is it really happening?
It's really happening, and I worry because he's like You'd have to be at 100% to climb Everest, and he can't possibly be at 100% right now. So,
Yeah, I'm going with he's gonna like do a week and then realize I'm in over my head and like come back down. Like there's no part of this that like I believe in any way.
Yeah.
do we need to full screen Zach right now?
It was just a little messy as I was trying to stir this thick barbecue.
We hit 20 likes. Zach said he would do some hot sauce. I think we give him the floor. Zach's hardcore. Zach's hardcore. Zach, give him the full screen. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
I can give myself. Okay.
I am not an expert, but here you go.
Smells really nice. It actually smells really nice.
Did you put it in your coffee?
I put it in my coffee.
You are hardcore. Zach's butt is hardcore. Poor guy later.
Shit.
All right, here we go.
Literally.
And we'll be singing out Ring of Fire right away.
Sexy Eddie makes a delicious hot sauce. It doesn't go nicely with coffee.
Chug it.
I should have just, I should have just taken this.
This is Jackass.
I think I should have just taken the hot sauce straight as a tablespoon rather than try to mix it with my coffee.
Bebe's in the chat saying he worries about Darby's trip. Billy say Darby hyping himself forever has created a new hype reel. Yeah, I just worry because like if that's what you want to do it, man. I hope it goes well. Obviously, selfishly, I want you to be okay. Chug it.
People
I've made
still
some mistakes
doing Everest. Like it's incredibly dangerous. Like even though it's like a massive tourist thing, and that's also a bad thing as well. It's like ruining the mountain and the like.
I would love to have been like a fly on the wall for that like office visit where Darby's like, "Hey TK, I got this idea. I'm gonna just climb Everest. Is that cool?"
You know what Darby Allen hasn't done? Had hot sauce, Sexy Eddie hot sauce in his coffee.
Yeah, Darby challenge accepted. Let's see this.
Oh.
Zach's calling you out, Darby.
Oh, don't do it, Darby. It ever sounds safer. This is so gross. Again, I can't put the hot sauce over enough. It's great on chicken. It's like a great jerk sauce and whatnot, but I've made mistakes.
Yeah, baby, you're 100% right. That place is a frozen graveyard. It is terrifying.
Yeah, so for him to want to do that, I mean, good on him. For those that don't know, pre-show, before like we were all kind of hanging out, just chilling, Zach was like, "I'm kind of grumpy this morning," and then he explained the daylight savings time, and now he's got hot sauce coursing through his veins, mixed with his coffee, which was an interesting choice, all on him. I would love for you to just do stream the rest of your day because I have a feeling it's not going to end well.
No, I gotta do my boring job stuff. I gotta do video editing and things like this.
He's just miserable.
I mean, if people want to tune in, I'll consider it. But hold on. Tickets. Sorry, my cat's eating flour.
Your cat's getting into the hot sauce.
Yeah. While Zach's gone.
I'm so happy I showed up this work for this stream.
Erica, there's going to be a grand opening, grand closing, like one episode in and out.
Never again.
My agent no longer wants me to be associated with this, but I would like to take the opportunity.
Magic Man.
Too good for this.
Night oats.
This would be the second shortest lived thing in Love Wrestling history after Total Fellas.
Oh. 23 minutes, baby.
No, this is cool. I'm like watching the dynamic. I'm learning how things go. Like, don't like this. Yeah. Give me a hot minute. I'm gonna take over and ruin everyone's days. Like Pluggo, wait till you get Erica on a very cheerful Saturday morning. No, today's Sunday. Jeez.
Well, you can come join us for a cheerful Saturday morning on For Exposure with Claire and I.
The invite is always there.
Mayhaps. Yeah, I'll be around.
See, you come on Thursdays and blow up the beard spot. It's fine. Pure chaos. That's what I'm all about.
Fantastic. Have your people contact my people. We're gonna work it out, okay?
Yeah. Who are your people? I got to know these people. Hit us in the DMs, and we'll know the people to talk to. But
My
we'll make it
people
up.
are Spencer.
Okay. Yeah. Oh well, then I can't go through Spencer to get to. That's just not going to work. He doesn't. He has me on permanent like mute. Hey Spencer, I need you. He's like, you blew my budget last week. F you, buddy. And I'm like, aw,
You guys have a budget?
not anymore. Not anymore. Fun fact, guys. Maybe I can announce that since we did hit 20 likes, we got a lot of people hopping off. I don't have a graphic yet because Zach's dying, and he quit last night. But yeah, Spencer Love will be on Beards to talk LPW 24 and the 2 years of LPW. We're going to talk about like the history of LPW and what's happening and how it's been going Thursday night at 8 p.m.
Can we talk about how good the Challenge Championship match is going to be at LPW 24? Zoe Sega versus Speedball. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's going to roll.
Come on. It's going to be amazing.
Who's booking that, man? Who's booking that show? It's bonkers.
Yeah, like the night before, we're getting Speedball and
Nicole
Nicole
Matthews.
Matthews.
First time ever.
East Coast versus West Coast.
Like
The biggest beef since NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, baby.
the winner of that match should get like their permanent U.S. residency. After they both been through.
You get a permanent working U.S. visa.
Yeah.
But I swooped in and signed the contract. It was like, but the residency is at Casa del Plugo. You have to come live with Plugo's kids. I need a babysitter.
Visa on a pole just sounds like something Vince Russo would book.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh
Let's
my God.
go.
And it would be an actual visa. That's what the kind of like son of a bitch he is. He would like hold that over a Canadian wrestler.
At LPW 24, we have Lumberjack Larry Woods and Mark Wheeler going one-on-one. I was talking to Mark Wheeler yesterday at a show here. Dude is excited to be back in LPW 24. Had nothing but great things to say. Cannot wait to get his hands on Larry Woods.
Yeah. Oh, and before we cue up this awesome match we're gonna watch, if you want, go to the Love Wrestling Patreon right now and watch MRB yell at me for 12 minutes.
Why did he yell at you?
Because he's mad at me because I picked Rich King on a whim to beat him at LPW 23.
Well,
I like Rich King. He's our NFL analyst. He's jacked. Have you seen that guy's abs? We're friends now.
You have to know who's going to call you out after things. Like you can't pick against Mars. You can't pick against Bayrat. You can't pick against MRB. You'll get called out.
That's the better answer. Why? Because I'm Pluggo. I make mistakes, okay? I'm not perfect. Sorry, Dad.
They're amazing. Good to see you, friend. Thanks for popping in.
But also this week we had a huge announcement. We got Okada brilliantly placed. Like, I actually love what they're doing with him, turning him instantly heel, putting him with the Young Bucks, setting up a match immediately with like Eddie Kingston, a feud there. And down the line, like another like match with Kenny Omega. It positions them perfectly.
And last night, Pac.
Yeah, and that
Pac's back. Excellent.
Yeah, Pac is back. They're having.
So you got Eddie, Pac, Omega. That's crazy.
But like you've got the 6-man this week at Big Business. Like they're doing a great job with him. Like he's absolutely gonna kill it there. Like I'm excited for a heel. Okada with the Young Bucks as sort of like his two sort of managers, like talking this shit for him.
The new elite.
Yeah,
they're just so great.
Yeah, they're doing a great job with it. Like this new version of their gimmick as the leading into the EVPs.
Yeah, good. Lots to look forward to. Oh, we lost Pluggo.
I do like that his official first match in AEW was that trios match last night, and like John Cruz was one of his opponents. Like I feel like they did that purposely as well. So
yeah, and just beat the hell out of them. Like no sold everything.
Yeah,
took the almost like not just my favorite Okada. It's like when him and Bushi do it. Just the dead eyed, like psychopath. Like nothing's gonna hurt me. Like
they released like a 3-minute
35 minutes into this show and you haven't acknowledged your tribal chief one time. I've got the biggest match in WrestleMania history going, and you're talking about Okada, who couldn't even make it in the WWE.
Pluggo.
I don't want to say
No.
it. I don't want to say it, but like I feel this is a sex thing with your wife.
You haven't acknowledged Roman Reigns, The Rock versus Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins, the walking emoji.
Why would you have that mask?
I did try to talk
Why
about
would
that.
you have
there.
that mask? I know you also have a. Do you still have the Spencer one that you made? Do you have they're the creepiest damn masks.
Oh crap, guys! I'm sorry. I had hot sauce on my finger and I rubbed my eye.
Oh, acknowledge him.
And he's gone.
It was me all along.
For a second, I thought you'd just lean into it forever.
No.
I am Roman Reigns now.
Now I'm stuck.
Oh,
Children, this is who your father is.
you're just yard sailing.
Yeah, dude. I found that at a Five Below.
The last night after Collision,
That and a Seth Rollins, but that's upstairs because Owen was playing with that. I couldn't keep myself contained,
after
'cause that's
Collision, the
psycho.
Elite like released like a. Oh fuck!
What? Are you a raid player?
Listen, we call ourselves
yeah,
a wrestling company. We haven't talked about the GOAT. I'm just kidding.
Yes, the
I'm
Elite,
very
the Elite
entertained.
released.
Thank you.
Huh?
Oh.
Very entertained.
Yesterday morning, it was
The
all about
Elite
the
released
OC.
a video.
Yeah, yesterday we talked about the OC for 45 minutes. California, here we come. Zach is crying. Lawrence is
Zach.
confused. Erica's never coming back, and Blair's just used to this by now.
Blair is fundamentally broken as a person.
Ugh.
Nothing can hurt him anymore.
It's gonna be in like a couple weeks, and be like, why hasn't anybody asked me to be on brunch?
Why?
I mean, I am glad that the tag match got brought up. I always try to. I did try to mention that one earlier,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
if it was brought back up under suspect terms. There,
Suspect. What are you talking about?
Pluggo does
Again.
something and I make it 1,000 times worse. I put a worse image in everyone's head.
Listen, I'll to answer your question, Lawrence. No, it is not a sexual thing with me and Mrs.
We
Pluggo.
did not have to go back to that.
But if she asked, I would not be opposed because you don't say no to the smoke
We're
show
going
that
into
is my
details
wife.
now. Okay.
If she ever brought it up, I'd be like, you know what? I acknowledge you. You are my tribal cheeks.
Oh, God damn it.
Sorry.
This is why Pluggo and I don't have a show together. We're like these Shaq and Kobe.
We should
of
have a
chaos.
show together, Lawrence.
Nothing would get done. It'd be-
Oh, we should have a show together. It'd be wild. It'd have to be like after dark.
The 3 a.m. slot.
Yeah,
I feel,
it has to be.
Ophelia pointing out that I was worried about losing control of the upcoming Quizplex. Again, Thickness Reed Matthews versus Mansoor versus Mason Madden MXM. But yeah, I think this is a preview of how things are going to go. Oh man,
But yes,
I am
the
sorry,
tag
guys.
match.
I am
wanna throw
struggling
the-
right now between.
Yeah. Zach, you want to
Yeah.
put the match in the Slack so I can throw it up?
Oh, you want to do it? Okay, I was
Yeah.
actually just about to.
And you told us not to talk about feet, and here we are.
And apparently, just worse things have happened. But yes,
Yeah.
the tag team match.
Should have stuck with the little piggies.
It's official. We've got The Rock and Roman Reigns teaming up to take on Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, which means that Eric Redbeard will no longer be The Rock's opponent. That's the big takeaway here.
Yeah, this final match has been just looked over now, erased from history.
Yeah. Erica, what do you think of the big tag team match?
I like it. I like when wrestling is stupid and unnecessary and over the top. Like everything about that match is extremely unnecessary, which is why it's good. Like, hey, if you don't know me very well, hi, my name is Erica. I love wrestling. I love really stupid wrestling. I don't like good wrestling. Like I don't want to watch like a 30-minute banger. Like I like dumb shit. And I think this is dumb shit. Like there's no reason we need all of this. And
1 star Erica confirmed.
I like it. They're all over the top characters. You're putting them together in the same place. Like what more could you want? People who are complaining about The Rock's promos are too long and they're dated and blah blah blah. Like just fucking enjoy it. It's wrestling. Like we're not watching like this isn't poli-sci. Like this isn't important. Like it's supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun with this, like what misery lives inside you? Like you need to take a step back and look at yourself and watch less wrestling. I like this. It's gonna be hilarious. Isn't that what we're watching wrestling for? Is to have a little laugh with our friends, right?
Yeah. And just so you guys know, I'm going to chop this episode up so that it's her saying she likes all of our shenanigans, not.
I'm here for shenanigans.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's going to be interesting. I just could have done without the diarrhea Dwayne comment, but we you know,
it's
the rest of it's good.
So childish and stupid and unnecessary that at this point I'm like, all right, bring it on. What's next? You're like, what other stupidity can you say? Let's see how far we can push this before it gets really like, I don't know about that one, Chief. Like,
like The Rock going after Pharaoh, who by the just the most normal looking dog on earth. Like, he keeps calling him weird. Like it's the most like purebred, just normal dog, minding his own fucking business.
Oh, we're spiraling towards we're like 6 weeks away from The Rock just cutting one of those lengthy Instagram rants solely focused on Pharaoh, and I'm so excited for it. What's out? Are you looking forward to this as much as everyone else?
Yeah, I mean, I think like with a lot of what Erica said, I mean, like it's if you want the great matches, like the 5-star classics, yeah, they're out there, but this is WWE. I mean, it as a whole, like they are going to do what they want. They want to be entertaining to the fans, to the like wider, like they're spreading their net as far as they can. So they're going to try to do more entertaining things like this. They're going to have, you know, the diarrhea Dwayne and all this because they want to get the reaction. So like for me, like I'm fine with it because I know where it's coming from. If I want to see like a really technically sound match, I can go out there and see that too. But like to just be entertained, they're providing that and they're doing a hell of a job.
Don't tempt me with a good time, Omar. Don't tempt me with a good time. I want that.
Oh,
where's Brandy Rhodes when we need her? This is the time to interject her in. Let's go. She turns on Cody, joins the bloodline. He doesn't finish the story 2 years in a row. I'm here for that. Let's go.
I need Shaq to show up.
Yeah,
that's what I need. I need to continue that feud.
Undefeated wrestler. Shaq.
Lawrence or Spencer wants to know how many people do you think it'll reach, Blair?
And millions.
And millions. Oh,
you can. That's exactly what Spencer's saying right there.
And the millions. Real quick, what do you think Spencer's saying right there? Let's go down the line.
Pluggo's fine.
For supper, I want a party platter.
Pluggo, you blew the budget again.
I don't know. It's too early to be put on the spot.
That's a good one. I don't know, guys.
I'm tired, guys.
Well, we have a great match for you. We've got Zoe Sager versus Casey Spinelli from LPW 23 Slamboat Willie. Disney cannot sue us because it is public domain, baby. We can do whatever the fuck we want with that character now.
As long as he's not wearing the white gloves.
Yeah.
How's that hot sauce treating you, Zach?
Oh, not well. It's burning my mouth and my eye.
What made you think a coffee would be a good idea?
I don't know.
You're usually the level-headed one of the group. That was an unhinged moment.
It was, yeah, I made a poor choice here. Oh,
Casey Spinelli back in LPW. There ain't nothing wrong with that, baby.
first time since I believe LPW 6.
Yeah, it was a single-digit number for sure. By the way, she's over with the crowd for not being here for so long. The crowd was loving it.
Lots of people had been asking about Casey Spinelli coming back.
400 professional matches.
But she has been definitely getting out all over Canada recently too. Like, definitely one of the busier independent wrestlers.
We're about to find out. Zoe Sager, one might say a minor setback, losing that LPW Grand Championship, but right back with gold around her waist. Immediately turned the page. Immediately started.
Way to go, Boris. It wasn't around her waist. It's around her, like, chest,
Shoulder?
bro. Yeah, shoulder/chest thing. It's like a, yeah. Jeez, Boris. Just kidding. I love Boris. He's the best.
Big Tater.
Barbarian
Big
Boris.
Tater. Big Tater.
Big Tater and Little Todd on commentary.
I was trying to like make sense of what Spencer is saying over in the chat here, but no, he was doing a Price Master impression when it was the frozen screen.
Yes.
Is there a chat I'm supposed to be able to see?
Yeah.
Oh,
On the
I know what to
side,
do.
comment-
Welcome to the club. Gotcha. Well, hijinks. No, yeah, you just go to the comments, right?
Love the confidence.
No, it's because we have to give Erica access to StreamYard, but I've just toggled it so guests can now see viewer comments.
I was going to say, because I've been in some other chats where I have to go from private chat to comments, and then it pops right up, like other shows.
If you refresh, it might like I don't know if the window is there, but there should be a comments thing on the right hand side.
One moment, please.
Of course.
We're just not going to tell her all the fun inside jokes that are happening in the chat. You got to figure it out for yourself.
Got to pick these up from contexts.
Yeah, yeah. No, you have to just come into Love Wrestling knowing all of the jokes that we've done for the last 3.5 years.
Game of Thrones soap?
Yeah.
You fucking
Who's-
nerd.
Whose YouTube is that's the like ads we're getting?
I'm going to let you guess, Blair. Definitely Zach's.
No, not me this time, but that I would get Game of Thrones stuff here.
He's like
Wrestling gal.
he's
Hello,
like,
thanks for
friendly,
popping in.
friendly reminder. I need to pick up some more soap. Thanks,
Well.
YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah, wrestling gal in the house.
That's me.
Well, hi, welcome in.
Hello.
Again.
Strategy to me.
Oh, but now everyone knows my YouTube. That's embarrassing.
Well, not as embarrassing as everybody knowing I wear Roman Reigns masks in the bedroom. So,
you know, I had forgotten about
But
Got
you
that.
that going
admit
for you.
Yeah.
listen. Whatever gets Mrs. Pluggo going, I am pro that. When you look like this and she looks like that, you don't say no. You're like, yes, ma'am.
Bulldog from the challenger.
I'm sleeping on the couch tonight, aren't I?
I mean,
You've
You've made some choices.
So
With or without the mask?
It's me. I'm just on the couch going, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Just sad.
Can I come back up, please?
you're gonna be downstairs in the mirror crying, just going.
Mrs.
What a
Pluggo's like, are you ever going to bring me up on a stream again? And I'm like, no.
Boris will.
Boris will.
There's so many of you. Who's Boris?
Boris is one of the commentators of this very event.
That's beautiful.
And he joins Blair and I every month to preview these LPW shows, and we promise that we're so professional.
Now, don't lie.
It was his fault, I swear. He actually brought Mrs. Forrest's foot on screen last show.
Yeah.
Unprompted, mind you.
Zoe Sager
That's per
taking
my
it to
word,
Casey Spinelli.
Yes, I sleep when she tells me to. Which is actually funny you mentioned that. Last night, it was like 10 o'clock. It was like a Saturday night. None of us had to work. And all of a sudden, Owen goes, Dad, you're going to sleep because Mom's going upstairs. And he like turned the TV and the lights off. And he's like, Dad, upstairs. And I was like, what the hell, dude? I'm an adult. I can sleep when I want to. But I ended up walking upstairs and going to bed when they went to bed because I'm a puppy dog.
Love that for you.
And Erica quit.
Yeah.
I don't blame her. Like,
Yeah. I'm
It was just
surprised she made it
unhinged
to
today.
50 minutes.
yeah.
There's going to be a new mandate in Love Wrestling. Any new contributor after this Pluggo is not allowed to join that stream, your initial stream. We got to at least
Oh,
get
God
one.
damn it.
Sorry. As always, the rec room firmly behind Zoe Sager. Not so much.
I mean, she is getting more and more fans behind her.
Yeah.
I mean, like she was like the baby face at Roger's place. But once we got back to the rec room, those chants, they overpower.
Oh, and another one in the ribs for good measure.
Well, it's 'cause,
And
like,
another one in the ribs for good measure.
as much as
What has 5 toes and isn't your foot?
It's a fight.
Not a-
Boris. I found
My
you.
foot.
It's a fight.
Okay,
Flailing away wildly.
great.
Either Mrs. Pluggo's watching the stream or she just texted me that, literally.
I see.
So I thought I'd throw that into the world.
Kick out at 2. Zoe Sager's getting frustrated.
like, as much as a heel as Zoe Sager is,
Smart
like,
strategy.
it's just one of those things where like she's so immensely talented that just naturally the crowd is gonna like kind of wants to cheer for her.
Yeah, it's hard not to root for her.
It's only a matter of time before everybody is praising her with cheers and adoration like they rightfully should.
Grinding Spinelli down to the canvas.
But then again, it is the intangible era, and we just live in it. It is her intangible era, and we're just here for the ride.
I always come back to a tweet Spencer shared once that, like, you know, if you're a promoter, you should be booking Zoe Sager because this is probably the last year you'll be able to do so because her getting signed somewhere is an inevitability.
We talked in the past about that rugby background of Zoe Sager. She's also got an amateur wrestling background, and you can really see it in the ring. Absolutely.
I love the addition of Dash. Dash has been just outstanding.
Hashtag Dash hates fun.
Dash hates fun.
Dash tag.
Dash is the other commentator that was recently added to the booth.
This is the second show. Well, second Friday show.
The challenger that might press the reset button on this whole thing.
I feel you saying we're cheering Zoe now. She's as confused and mad about it.
Yeah.
Got surprised a bit. Both competitors laid out.
Well, maybe she should be so damn good in the ring and we'd still boo her. No, she's fantastic. It's hard not to root for her. And she's shown over the last few shows that, like, she doesn't need Reed. It's nice to have. Reed is nice to have, but she doesn't need him. She can hold her own.
We should mention that LPW alumni Jody Threat is one half of the new Impact or TNA Tag Team Champions. the women tag team champions. We can make
Good
mention.
shout. Good shout. At Sacrifice. 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 Sacrifice.
She won it on her. She won on her birthday as well.
Zoe Sager back
Big
up
win.
a little bit.
Taking out
Charging in.
MK Ultra there.
Yeah, with Danny Luna.
Yeah, it's a big win. Can't,
Going for the cover. New champ.
Two.
Shocked, bewildered. She thought
What's up,
she
cutie?
had her.
Yeah, you.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Coming in.
Not either of you.
You son of a bitch.
Oh,
Face plan on the champ.
this was
Yeah.
also our first event live on IWTV, which was pretty cool.
Yes.
Several times in LPW over the last few years. She got planted right on it.
I'm excited for hashtag LPW 24 hours to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be on IWTV as well.
Darn right.
Only a few short weeks away.
It is nice that we're on IWTV. It brings more eyes to the product, and it's kind of like so. What I used to do is I'd watch I'd watch LPW shows on my big TV, and then be on my phone watching it, so I could be in the chat too. Now I can just watch an IWTV and tweet about it. It's wonderful. It's easier, but I miss our little chats on the Twitch streams. But this is better for everybody, I think.
Yeah.
And I was officially on IWTV for the first time last month.
Yeah, we were running, again, during intermission. We get as much Love Wrestling content wing out there.
Yeah.
We published, again, we got Becky Lynch on IWTV. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out Josh Robinson, by the way. You got to talk to Becky Lynch.
Oh.
Yeah, Josh did a wonderful job out in Perth.
Yeah.
Check out his interviews with Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, Nia Jax, and Bianca Belair, all here on Love Wrestling. You can also check out the vlog that he filmed and put together by our own Mike.
I think you're right. I think
Yeah.
you're right. I hate to
Hashtag
say
big
it,
stars. Big stars.
during her momentum,
Yep.
put her back in. That extra second cost.
It's a company full of big stars and me.
Ran straight into a knee.
Are the ropes always neon green and pink?
Yes.
I love that so much.
Zoe able to reverse shoulders down. That's it.
Oh.
Jackknife cover.
Zoe Sager.
That was a quick count, ref.
Reminding her who won.
Wait a second. Who is that ref? I don't recognize him.
Yeah.
Not Stewart.
Zoe Sager once again.
See, that's why we love her, but then we like, you're mean, Zoe. Doing the crying face to Casey Spinelli like that.
Being accompanied out of the ring by the Quizplex champion, Reed Matthews.
Yes.
And
Are
Reed
you sure
Matthews-
that's not Mars the specialist? Are you sure? Were you there?
Reed is representing for Ghostface and Method Man there, and
There you are. Senior official
And-
Joe Morella. Nice.
There we-
PW senior official. Very cool.
Thank you, Spencer.
any relation to Joey Morella.
Title match is on the way.
Maybe.
Marvelous. That was Spinelli versus Sager. And again, I think we should also shout out the fact that Reed Matthews has a big match coming up at LPW 24, taking on Alan Angels, which is going to be outstanding. Been excited for that one for some time. So yeah, that was our morning on the brunch gimmick. Erica, welcome aboard. Thank you so much for jumping on to this rather chaotic one, actually.
You said it. Our
Thank you.
morning.
I like it. If it was any less exciting than this, I would probably not come back. But I like the energy Pluggo's bringing. I expect this kind of chaos every weekend going forward. Hot sauce in the eye, Roman Reigns' feet. Like, there was just so much.
Yeah, Roman
I'm
Reigns
used to
feet
being-
picks.
Yeah, like I'm used to being the most like energy sucking, chaotic person in the room. It was nice for once to like get to watch other people do that.
Erica's hardcore. Erica's hardcore.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed this very much. I look forward to bringing more of my my annoying charms to Love Wrestling. This was a nice introduction. We've got some fun to be had. There's much fun to be had. And I'd like to plug myself. That's what we do here.
Darn right.
Women's Wrestling Syndicate is a women's wrestling promotion in Montreal. I am the ring announcer. I don't know how I got that gig, but I'm fucking doing it. Thank you to Lufisto. And I want everyone to please subscribe to the Women's Wrestling Syndicate YouTube channel. Once we hit 500 subscribers, Lufisto is going to release the first show, the full show. So please do that. Support the women. It's Women's Month. Give me $100 for no reason. Show your love. And the next WWS show is going to be Sunday, March 24th. They asked me to come back again. So I hope to see you guys there. Anytime that you can mention women's wrestling, it means a whole lot to me and my heart, and to my friends and my girls. So thank you guys. Thanks to Love Wrestling. You always do a really good job of propositioning us and giving women's wrestling the platform it deserves. So cheers to that. But I'm not gonna rub you too hard. You guys are a bunch of men. So happy Women's Month to all the ladies out there. And to Mrs. Pluggo.
Shout out, Mrs. Pluggo. You're the best, honey. I love you.
She already took the kids.
She's
Sorry.
I'm gonna go upstairs and everyth's gone.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll be left with nothing but my tears.
It's just
And
a
my
Seth
Roman
Rollins
Reigns
mask
mask.
up there.
It still smells like her. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Zach.
No,
Zach-
no, this
Zach,
smells terrible.
let
Chug.
people know what's going on this week with Quizplex, with everything. As you,
Quiz Plus
Yeah.
is not this week, Lawrence. Get the calendar update, bro.
or it's a week and a half.
Christ,
A
dude.
week and a half. Indeed.
Watch the show.
Quizplex, Reed Matthews versus MXM. Again, if I've been worried about losing control of that particular stream, there was no way I was going to be able to keep the reins on things. But thank you everyone on brunch today because you helped me
Someone say
warm up.
Reigns.
Fuck.
Anyway, you can follow me on Twitter at SmarkMouth, on Instagram at Smark.mouth, and please follow at Love Wrestling CA on pretty much any social media platform you can think of.
Pluggo.
Well, I'd like if you'd like to follow me, you could follow me at Pluggo on Twitter, at Pluggo on all other social media platforms. If I'm welcome back on Love Wrestling streams, I'll be here Thursday night with JPJ for Between Two Beers. Like I said, Spencer Love, the Grand Poobah himself, will be joining us to talk all things LPW. And then I hang out with that gentleman right there on the weekends on 4 Exposure. We will be breaking down the Women's Wrestling Syndicate because that show's coming up soon. So we'll have that coming up here either this week or next. Probably next, I believe, is the.
No, I think it's this upcoming week because next
Ooh.
week we got to do the
Yep,
LPW preview.
That's right. So we'll be talking about that this week. And yeah, that's where you can find me and my shows. Oh, at B2 Beards on all social medias and at 4 Exposure Pod.
Blair, what's going on with Grainmaker Pod?
I've just got more episodes coming out. You can find me on all social media, Grainmaker Wrestling Podcast, and stay tuned because last night was WPW Winnipeg Street Fighter, Winnipeg Pro Wrestling. It was a 2-night event to crown the first ever Voyager Cup winner who's getting a title shot at Fight at the Museum 2, which is taking place at the Manitoba Museum. It's an incredible venue. So that'll be coming out. It'll be dropping on YouTube shortly. We did everything last night. It was a great show, great event, and I'm very happy with everything and I can't wait for everyone to see it.
Yeah, everyone's so excited to hear your commentary. We're all really, really happy for you.
Thanks, guys.
So,
Yeah,
and
bud.
as for me, you can follow me at KartZandyG on Instagram, Twitter, and now Twitch. I'll probably be streaming later today, playing some WWE 2K24, going through the showcase mode right now. And you can catch me back here next Sunday on the Brunch Gimmick. For Blair, for Pluggo, for Zach, and for Queen Erica, who had to deal with this bullshit today, we apologize infinitely.
Just say it. Deal with me
Please
today.
send her money. It's women. It's like it was International Women's Day. It's International Women's Month. Please just send her money. We're sorry. We're so sorry. This has been the Brunch Gimmick for this week. We'll see you back here next week. Bye, everybody.